which is really cool because they...
Keyword is working.
They are working.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, gosh.
Were we not on YouTube?
I don't think so. Oh, gosh.
Anomaly in Earth's atmosphere. Beginning analysis.
No. Oh, wait.
These exobytes are my own.
Hello, everyone. Oh, my goodness. That was my fault. We were on time.
We were.
Until now. Oh, gosh. Okay, so that was my fault. I forgot to press start on YouTube. But we did start. But now we're actually live. Hello, everybody. We're playing DC Universe online on the Switch. And right now we are kind of just going through some of the early cutscenes. We're about to get started. We kind of made a little character resembling Joker. But yeah. You guys didn't miss much. We haven't started playing the actual game yet.
We pretty much only made the character and stuff.
Yeah, we just customized our character a little bit, which you'll see once we start. And let me make sure the other one is live too. Okay, both of them are live. Phew. Okay.
Yeah. So, like
but
I said
yeah.
before, I haven't played this game in a really long time, but I was obsessed with it. It's really fun. Hopefully it holds up. I want to see if they've changed the... Okay, they have changed this a little. Maybe we are villains now that we picked that, because like Lex Luthor's here, and he's sort of the leader of the villains.
Lex Luthor.
Oh, this is different.
If you want to live, come with me. And be quiet. We don't want to alert Brainiac's sentries.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you guys, DC Universe Online. It is on the Switch
Calculator will help us
now. I think it came out yesterday.
You can trust him as much as you
And we
can trust
customized a character. We made a female version of Joker, kind of. So that was pretty fun, pretty quick. But this is our first actual chance to walk around and play. So you didn't miss anything, you guys. If you do want to check out those early cutscenes, go ahead and download it because it's free to play. And yeah, we were just talking about how free to play games are the best.
Yeah. So I saw someone asking about how the payment system works. So at least back in the day, the way it worked when I was playing was that the base game that they sold back in like 2011, I think is when this game came out. That stuff's all free. So you can make a character and use all of those powers and all that stuff.
Bad news. You've got party crashers
but
on the way.
they started releasing these expansions.
I thought I said to be quiet.
And the way it works is it's a little loud.
Yeah.
The way it works is you can buy them individually, and then your account gets upgraded to like this you've spent money version of the account, and so they give you more character slots and some other things. And a bunch of the expansions have different like character classes. Like they did one where it was like you can make Green Lanterns or Sinestro Corps, and then they eventually added like all the lanterns. So now you can make like a Red Lantern, so you can throw out blood and all that stuff. And the other way that you can pay for the game is they have a subscription. At least back when I played, they had a subscription where I think it was like $8 to $10 a month, and it just gave you access to every expansion, and then it gave you like a monthly amount of currency that you could spend on the store on aesthetic stuff to customize your look, because this game actually has a super deep character customization thing, even past like what we did. None of the the gear will change your look, but you can go in and like edit the colors whenever you want. You unlock new outfits, and you can mix and match everything, and like, oh, I want my legs to always look like this, and you can lock them and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It gets pretty deep and pretty cool, and then it becomes like part of the game. You're like, oh, I want to go do that mission because I unlocked some new boots and stuff. It gets really deep in that way. I think we unlocked an ability. Let's see what this does.
Nice. Hang on. You might need to move your mic a little closer to your mouth.
We'll do it like this.
Yeah,
Does
much
that sound
better.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, this is free to play on Switch. So go and download, take advantage of all these free games. And honestly, you know, from things I've seen online and from, you know, people who have played it so far, this might be the best version of it yet. Like the Switch is like the perfect place for a game like this, I guess you could say, because it did come out in 2011.
Yeah.
Which was a long time ago.
I always wonder, every time a game comes out on Switch, I'm always like, Oh god, how's it gonna run? This is running pretty decently. I'm a little surprised. I might actually go download it because I haven't played it in so long. I kind of wanna, like, even just doing this, I'm like, oh yeah, this game's really fun.
Right? It's just all coming back to you now.
Yeah, but I don't know if you know the answer to this, but do they have? There's no like cross progression or anything, right? Like it's a whole new account.
Oh, like what you used to have?
Yeah.
As far as I know, I don't know anything about that, actually. That was a question I was curious about because it has been out for a really long time, and, you know, it's pretty much the same game, so I was curious about that too, but
Yeah.
let me look it up.
Let's find out. Well, we'll keep going through this. I will say that this has changed a bunch. Like Lex Luthor used to not be here helping you, and I assume if you're a hero, it's Superman who's helping you. Because it was either Superman or Batman, but they used to just be on the radio like, hey there, get out of Brainiac's ship. And you're like, okay. But now it's got Lex Luthor flying around. So they must have done, when they added the ability to skip, they must have added, like, the characters and stuff in the actual world and stuff. I think that's kind of neat. And now it's got me curious. I'm like, what else is different? I want to... It's like a homecoming a little bit. I want to see what's
Exactly.
going on.
Because when we were making the character and we were choosing, you know, who to base it off of, and we obviously chose Joker, I was curious if it made the story a little different. So it's looking like it has, so that's cool.
Yeah, so the heroes and villains are distinct factions, and from what I remember, you can actually pick servers, but I don't know if they changed that. So they used to be like PvP servers where, like, if you're running around Gotham and you run into another, like if you're playing villain, you run into a hero, like you can just fight them straight up. But they would have versions of servers where you couldn't do that, or like you had to flag yourself and stuff. But from what I remember, I don't think I played on a server like that, but there is PvP in the game, and depending on if you're a hero or villain, the like main hub area, I would say, is different. So the heroes get access to the Justice League Watchtower, which is in space. So you get to go through this teleporter, and you get to go to space, and like Batman and Wonder Woman and stuff are all there. And one of them is like your mentor, so you learn like all of your new powers, you get upgrades and stuff from them. And then villains get access to the Legion of Doom headquarters from if anyone remembers Super Friends back in the day, that thing that would rise out of the water and it was like, meanwhile at the Legion of Doom. So you get to go there, but it's this like gigantic thing, which I'm curious to see how that is changed too, because I haven't seen it much. I mostly played hero characters. I didn't play a lot of villains. So
Yeah, so this will be a nice,
yeah.
you know, fresh take on a game that's been out for a while. So for those of you asking, I had a couple of questions. You cannot transfer your accounts.
That's a shame. I'll just start over.
Yeah, exactly. So it launched on Switch with a brand new fresh server separate from all other communities. So everyone's starting from the same level, which is actually kind of nice, right?
That
because
is
I feel
nice.
like sometimes people get scared or not really scared, but they don't want to try to catch up. Like it's
Yeah.
daunting to be like, oh, everyone's already like a level 1,000,000 and I'm starting from 0.
Especially if a bunch of people are coming from like PC and they've been raiding for the last like 6 years, and then there's all these Switch people coming in to do a raid, and all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, nobody knows what's going on. It feels a little more like, you know, I'm like I'm on a little bit of an even floor with people. We're all learning together.
Yeah,
that kind of
exactly.
thing. Yeah. Oh, we got a new power I just saw. Let's see what I don't know what it does. Let's find out. Oh!
Ooh, we got some poison.
Some like pepper
Farted
spray.
on him.
Yeah. The first one was like a grappling hook. So it seems like we just have like a lot of gadgets and things. Why can this game...
Something else worth noting is that special care has been taken to ensure on-the-go play for this game, and making sure it's as good an experience as it is docked in your living room as it is anywhere else. All you need is a little bit of Wi-Fi or even a mobile hotspot to connect and play.
Nice.
So I actually love games like that on the Switch. Tetris 99 is like that. I turn on my hotspot on my phone, and I play off of that, and it's always perfectly fine.
Oh, nice.
So I think that's one thing that the Switch is awesome at. You know,
Yeah.
these games that, although it does require internet, it's not like so intense that you need like really, really good internet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I don't know how seriously people take the PvP in this game. I did it a little bit, but unless you're doing that, it's not like a Twitch-based game. Like if they were like, "Oh, you got to play Apex on this Wi-Fi hotspot," it's like that's
absolutely not
gonna work. Yeah, it's a little different. It's just, oh, I'm just beating stuff up. You know, we're okay.
Here's something interesting that I just read in this FAQ, is that you do not need Nintendo Switch Online to play this game.
That's good.
That
Even
is
though I have
really
it for
good.
like 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. Like Nintendo Switch Online is not that expensive, but the fact that this is an MMO that you don't need to pay like the online subscription for, that's pretty good.
I've noticed a lot of MMOs don't really do that. They'll have optional ones. Like I think the only two that really still have paid subscriptions now that are not optional is like Warcraft and Final Fantasy. I think literally everything else, it's like we have the optional one, but for the most part you can just play this game. And like unless you're gonna play this game super regularly, I don't know that you necessarily need this subscription. You can just buy the packs you want. Like, oh, I want to make a Green Lantern, so I'll just buy that pack or whatever. But if you're gonna get super invested, I think you get a lot of perks and stuff. Like you get extra things that other people don't get. Again, it's unclear. I haven't played this game in a really long time, and you know what? I'm still really surprised it's running this well on Switch.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that next because I saw a few people in the chat curious about how it ran because they said they noticed some lag like on former consoles, but it looks pretty smooth, and you have like all these enemies and a lot of stuff going on.
We'll see once we open the menus. That was the thing that always lagged a lot on like PS3. Like my girlfriend and I used to fight over who had to play on PS3 and who had to play on PS4 because the PS4 one would run so much faster, and then the PS3 one you'd hit the menu button and you'd legit wait like 5 seconds sometimes. It was like it just took so long, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that one big thing about this game, though, especially when I had downloaded it yesterday, it's 24 gigs. And the Switch itself doesn't really have that much space.
It doesn't.
So it's like, whoa, this is a hefty game. So keep that in mind, you guys.
Yeah. I don't even think I have that big a SD card on my Switch. I think I literally have like... I buy most of my games physically on Switch, weirdly. So like I don't really have a big SD card, so now I'm like, oh, it's gonna fill it out basically, like the one that I have in there.
Yeah, so like you can get a larger SD card, but you know,
that is one of the one of the downsides with MMOs. They're so huge, and a lot of that content is not hosted on their servers, and they probably have to host a lot of it too if they're gonna have to deal with like the lag and the low latency and stuff that they're experiencing on the Switch. But I mean, it's still free, so
exactly, it's still free. They're freeing up your budget a little bit so you can go buy an SD card.
I just realized I think I'm supposed to hit this thing, so I've just been punching these guys
You've just
forever.
been getting XP.
There we go. I know, it's just free XP. We're already like level 3. Alright, let's go beat up Brainiac. He's like even the villains are not on Brainiac's side in this game, weirdly. So, from what I remember, villains and heroes end up doing the same raids, but I don't know if they can do it together. Okay, his stun does not work on him at all. I guess we're just gonna have to beat him up. Might have to download it just to be Barry Allen. You can get pretty close, Undyne, to being Barry Allen. Because one of the core movement, our character's acrobat, so they just run really fast and they just run up the side of buildings, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. But you can basically make the Flash if you want. Like, and I'm sure you can unlock like all of their costume stuff throughout the game. If you want to be the Flash or Batman, you can get pretty close, but it also gives you a lot of leeway into like really personalizing it like yourself, and that's what I kind of like to do. I like to make my own kind of like weird heroes. Like when I made my character, I was kind of thinking about like the Crow. I was like, oh, it'd be the Crow, but if he had super speed. It was really, really stupid, but it's just like a fun thing. It's wild and wacky, and you get to see everybody's like really unique and cool designs that they come up with too. Oh my god.
Frizz asks, what would you suggest for a new hero? What power should I use?
What powers should you use? Flight's really fun, especially when you unlock the like super version. So every movement you get a super version when you hit like level 10 or 15, and it's like just faster. So you get this it's like when in the Superman movies when you'd watch and he would try to go like fast and then he would just like kind of like squeeze really hard and then all of a sudden he's going really fast. You get to do kind of that, and you do that with the speed one too, and you go so fast that it's kind of hard to keep up, but it's really it's fun. Oh yeah, and then thank you for reminding me that apparently the acrobats can glide. I could not remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're telling me in this storyline, everyone has powers.
Pretty much. I think the majority of humans have been given superpowers in this version of the DC universe.
All right, so if this was real life, which superpowers would you pick for yourself?
Man, flight would be really cool. I would love the ability, even though I'm afraid of heights, I would love the ability to fly. I don't know, being able to move stuff with my mind would be pretty sweet. What about you?
Man, I feel like there's so many superpowers, but like some sort of like, if not flight, then definitely teleportation. Just so I can get places really fast.
That is,
so like teleportation would be awesome.
That is a good one. I would love the ability to like, what was that movie with Hayden Christensen where you could look at a picture and like just teleport there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've always, ever since I never saw the movie, but ever since I saw the trailer, I was like, I want this power. Like that seems so cool. All right.
And then I guess
we unlocked a cape.
Ooh, well, no capes. No capes.
We put it on, but it's not showing up because I think it's in our style. So this is what I mean when I was talking about the style thing. They're all locked. But if we wanted, we could go to back and be like, this is the cape we unlocked, and bam, like there it is.
Well, it kind of looks cool when it was on there, but
we'll take the cape off. It's fine.
But yeah, no capes. No capes.
But you can redo your colors like at any time. They have different materials you unlock that are like metal and different fabrics and stuff, and they get titles. But yeah, so like as you go, these fill out like tremendously because you just unlock so many different things. It's fine, discard, it's fine. So the menu is definitely a lot more responsive than before, and I think we're in Gotham.
Oh, and these are all just fellow DC UO players.
Yeah, you know what?
That's pretty cool,
Fair
actually.
amount of people in here.
And like, if all your friends have a Switch,
yeah, it's
you can
free.
all go play.
I used to play with some friends, and we used to do all kinds of goofy stuff. Cause like, you just get to like there's multiple open worlds. It's like Metropolis, and you can just go. Gotham, you can just go to other places like Crime Alley. You can go find, which is where Batman's parents got shot, and there's a bunch of like little things. I used to like just like hanging out in weird little areas. Yeah, we're in Gotham. It's always night for some reason in Gotham.
It's always nighttime.
Yeah, and so the heroes will have like, I think their little bases are police stations, and we go to like nightclubs and stuff 'cause we're cool. We're villains.
All right.
But we need to go over here. So I'm in acrobatic mode, and I can climb up stuff.
Wow.
Which looks a little goofy, but
it does. But it's great.
Yeah.
I like how sometimes she just goes bald.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's her other superpower.
Who are you? It's just somebody. The guy weirdly looked like
he was a part of the story.
Character. He was like wearing that exact coat.
Oh.
Whoop. But yeah, so you can glide if you're on acrobat. No explanation. It's not needed.
I mean, have you seen some of those acrobats in the Olympics? They're pretty much doing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, so since we're villains, we can fight cops.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
get out of here, copper. I like how you get rewarded too for beating up a cop.
Yeah. Super speed had super
GameSpot does not condone
Yeah.
harassing Gotham City police.
We're villains, so we're just getting into all the goofiness. Okay, so we're almost
yes,
there.
this game is free, so
Yeah.
feel free to download it.
100% free.
But do keep in mind, it does take up a lot of space. But you also don't need a Nintendo Online subscription to play either. So it's like almost completely free.
Yeah.
You use that extra funds to get a bigger SD card.
Take out rookie cops harassing Falcone's men. Can do. Oh yeah, these are like little collectibles I forgot about. They're like lore and stuff sort of sprinkled around the world, and if you find all of the ones in a set, you'll usually unlock like some sort of style skin for like your weapons or like a new hat or something. So you just get like all kinds of little neat things from just exploring the world. Like there's all kinds of little things to find. Alright, so let's work
This
on
game
quest.
actually came out yesterday for Switch, but the game itself has been out for quite some time.
Yes.
2011.
Yes, it was a premium game back when it came out.
Right? The bar is high now.
Yeah. It was like $60 and it had the subscription. And I played it briefly and I was like, I don't like this. And then when it went free, I tried it again and then I just...
You're like, I love this.
Yeah, I got sucked in. It was just like, oh my goodness, this is really fun.
Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
I've been playing some Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get that.
Like, it kind of feels like this, just the, beat 'em up style, but, definitely different.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely an
That's kinda
MMO.
cool.
Like, it has raids and dungeons and
Nice.
stuff. The dungeons might be like, oh, stop this bank robbery or something, but like, they're all very superhero themed and things like that. But the raids get like a little crazy. Like the only one that I've ever done was like, you go to Egypt to like fight Black Adam, which is kind of cool because he's like one of my favorite villains and stuff. But if you really like the DC universe and you like the comics and stuff, it's really cool because you'll be in the middle of missions and then all of a sudden it's like, oh man, Nightwing just showed up and he's like fighting with me and you're like, oh my god, it's Nightwing and stuff. Like it gets really dorky, but it's fun.
No, that's the best part.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
What are we doing? Oh, we're fighting more.
What's up, 8? Yeah,
Also
this is
Vita.
Persia. What up?
Also, that is Mark Hamill as the Joker. He does a lot of the Joker dialogue in this game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I'm assuming because we picked the Joker's probably going to be like our mentor once we get to the Legion of Doom and stuff, which we
Nice.
could try and go to. And we got a new power also. Hang on. See how to use this. All right. I'm not sure what that was, but it did something.
Did something.
Yeah. All
We're
right.
getting stronger.
All right, hang on. I'll try and get out of here so I can. There's too many cops. Get on top of this building really quick, and then we'll look at the map, see where we can go.
I like how the windows are just so dirty.
I know they have the dirt flying off, and so they need to get a window cleaner in here. Stat. All right, this is probably good enough. Let's see. Let me try and find the map. And see if we can find a, Nope, it's not what I wanted. I just wanted to zoom out. Okay. I'm just trying to find like a place that I can go. Let's see.
A
Here we
place
go,
I
the
can call
nightclub.
home. Oh, yeah. The nightclub.
Okay, so that should point me over there. There we go. I think we're actually
Yeah.
right next to it. Oh, we might be on top of it? Oh, yeah, there's no fall damage. You can just jump off stuff.
That's what happens when you're a superhero.
Yeah. Okay, this isn't the nightclub. All right, we'll figure it out. Let's go beat up some more people and take the handcuffs off this guy.
Free your
Yeah.
fellow villains.
Yeah, exactly. Years wasted in this on PS3. Yeah. No, it's not wasted if you had fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I never consider my time with games wasted, as long as I was having a good time. If you weren't having a good time, then yeah, maybe you wasted your time. All right, I don't know what I want me to do with this car, but I'm gonna figure it out. I used the hard light power. I don't actually know what that is.
Sonic says, "How's it play on Switch? Like, does it play pretty good? I
Feels
really
good.
like the DC Online universe."
Yeah, it feels good. As someone who put a lot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. I expected a lot more.
Explosions or
Yeah.
something.
No, it plays pretty good. I think it was pretty slow on PS3, and it feels almost exactly like the PS4 version. It feels snappy. Okay, why didn't you, as I say this?
Why can't I free you?
Yeah, now I'm like stuck.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh no, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh
Hang on,
no.
maybe we need to go to character select and come back.
Womp womp. Oh wait.
Oh, wait. Oh. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with you. Let's see if we can try and find the nightclub again, because I want to go to the Legion of Doom and like
Yeah.
show that off, but I don't. Hang on. Let's find. No, we're on current. The
BX
nightclub.
Bala says, "This is actually huge, an MMO on the go." Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking to myself too.
There
It's
we
like,
go. Figured it out.
that's why it's such a large file. But then again, you're
Yeah.
gonna like if you're on the go and you're playing this and it requires minimal internet connection.
Yeah. Felix, it is free to play. The other thing too is, yeah, the MMO on the go thing is nice. Like, I know Warframe launched on the Switch, and that's also free, and that had like 1 million people download it within like the
Dang.
first week, which is
That's crazy.
nuts. Another game that has taken my heart.
What's up, crime?
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so another thing that's like scattered around the world are these little challenges. So this one is
Like
a race. And they actually balanced all of the races around your movement. So if you're a speed one, you get a completely different one than the person who has to fly. Because like the person who has to fly, their stuff's all going to be in the sky and stuff. And I'm guessing for acrobats, it's going to be similar to the speed one. But we're going to go here and see if we can find the teleporter to the Legion of Doom. Although it's not loading for some reason. Come on. I'm holding A. Zone unavailable. Okay.
Oh.
Maybe we have to actually
yeah, you have to
this
finish
quest
it.
first. All right, we'll go do that, I guess.
The Switch can connect to the internet pretty easily via like hotspots and Wi-Fi, and you don't need that much that strong of internet for it to connect.
Yeah.
I've been using like my phone hotspot to connect for other games like Touch 99 and stuff like that. So that's probably actually one of my favorite things about the Switch, is that those games don't require too much internet to run. So I can still game on the go.
Yeah. And with the holidays coming up, you know.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Go visit people, you why aren't you taking damage? All right, well.
He's
some
invincible.
Some weird bugs going on.
Oh man.
Oh no, we're stuck again.
She's trying to pick the lock.
I know.
She can't figure it out.
Right in front of this guy. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Definitely some launch. Some
Oh
launch
boy.
hiccups.
Okay, she's back.
Question on
Gave up.
Warframe. Yes, Warframe is on Switch. Like as of a couple months ago. Okay, we're having some kind of issue.
I know. I
might-
felt like, did we leave the area and like nullify the
We
mission?
might do a little bit of a character switch here and see what's going on.
I like that they throw in all this art and stuff too.
Oh
though.
yeah, they've thrown in a lot more. As of recently, like this was not a loading screen when I was playing. It had like this one. They had like 8, and they would just cycle through those 8 like over and over again. Let's see. Hopefully this fixes it. Okay, I'm hearing punches. I'm like, am I being punched?
Oh,
yes.
yep. Okay,
Okay,
we're back.
this seems to have fixed it. All right.
You know, the classic restart it, turn it off, turn it back on,
Yeah.
unplug it, plug it back in.
Okay.
All those things are fantastic methods.
Here's another one. I want to
Leg
try this
breaker.
ability again. Oh, it's like a bomb.
Oh.
Okay. So I did it up close to someone before, and I was like, I'm not sure what that was that I just did. All right. Need to free one more of these dudes. Then maybe, just maybe, we can go to the Legion of Doom. Yeah, whatever. We'll rope them in. We'll pull aggro. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Good note, Orhan. Make sure you're being secure when you're using your hotspots. Make sure you're putting a password on, all that good stuff. We actually did like this, online like training thing here at the office, and I learned way more stuff than I thought. I kind of was more curious to see like what I'd learned that I didn't already know, but it was pretty good.
Right.
But yeah, you gotta be safe out there.
Hang on, I'm being punched. I was like gonna put something in the skill tree, but getting attacked here. So we have a couple
Yeah,
options.
but the cops are here.
Oh my god. I know, I need to retrieve Joker explosives. Okay.
Yeah, I know, crime. I need to get some Ricola or something. I lost my voice at Evo. It was too hype. Couldn't help it.
Okay.
It's always a sign of a good event.
Yeah.
If I lost my voice after E3.
You know you've had fun when you've screamed too much.
Exactly.
Okay, so these are two abilities we can unlock. This interrupts and deflects strong range to sustained charge up attacks. This one we go backwards dive with pistols firing.
Ooh,
it sounds way more fun.
Yeah, that one's like movie magic
Yeah.
action.
Okay. So it should be in our skills now, I believe. I have to look for it.
For those of you asking about how it runs, I mean, we've been playing a little bit now, and some of the instances there's like a ton of enemies, and we're hacking and slashing. It's been holding up pretty well.
Yeah.
So, not bad, not bad.
Let's see. So I unlocked all those, but now I'm trying to find out how loadouts. Here we go. So like instead of in a lot of other MMOs, it's like wow, you have just icons because you can use any ability you want. In this game, it's more like you create a loadout and then you sort of are like, well, I'm using these abilities. Let's see, what fear gas. Okay, I thought we had unlocked these. Oh, I see. It's just a combo thing. So tap X and then hold X. And you'll do
nice.
it. So if we go...
Nice.
There we go. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, now we can dive. All right, now maybe... What is this? Hang on, let's find out. Okay, that's fine. It's one of those lore things. We'll skip it. But if you care about like DC Universe lore and stuff, there's like little sites and things to go back. What's Hero's name and backstory? We didn't really come up with a backstory.
We should.
I know that she's based on the Joker.
Yeah, so this is Joker's niece. Long lost niece.
She does have a Harley look going on too. A little bit.
Yeah.
The pigtails. Rig cop cars. Oh, okay. Again, don't recommend doing this in real life. We are playing villains. Ooh, see, look at this guy. There's all kinds of people come up with really cool,
cool looking
characters in this game. Yeah. Is this game playing better? I think so. Like, it didn't work well on PS3. I don't think, and I don't think it ever really got improved. PS4 it worked really, really well. But this is controlling really well. I'm actually impressed. I was a little scared that it wasn't going to work super well just because of my experience on the PS3, but it's running really, really well. And now I think I'm gonna download this when I go home.
Yeah, and you were mentioning like one big thing was like using the menus, and the menus used to take a really long time back on the PS3 versions. Oh dang, was that your move?
Yeah, it
just
triggered
glitched out
a little late. Yeah, it's okay. We got it figured out. All right, we got to do 2 more car bombs. Oh my God, get away from me! Here we go.
This guy's doing the same mission as you.
I know. Okay, I apparently have to wait now. I'll just go to a different one. No!
So many villains.
I know.
Not enough. Not enough good guys here for all these villains to take out.
Yeah, I do like that. No matter what faction you play, you inhabit sort of the same space as everyone else. Like, the heroes and villains are in the same places. And so you will run into them, and depending on whether or not you care about PvP, you do earn stuff for PvP. So if you find heroes out in the world and you're playing a villain and you want to... Oh.
1v1 me, bro.
These are like crafting materials that you find.
Oh, okay.
And my God, when I was playing, we were obsessed with we would spend whole nights just sitting on the couch, running around like Metropolis, like going, oh, I found one, and stuff. Because like you need it later on to build new gear, and it suddenly becomes very important. When you first start playing, you're like, oh, well, I don't care about these, and then you hit a certain point, and you're like, oh boy, I need to find all of them now. Do we have to buy a ridiculous amount of DLC? You don't have to buy any of the DLC. The DLC is mostly like optional content. Like a lot of it is just different character classes and stuff, although some of them are story content. Like a lot of the things they've been releasing now, they haven't really been adding classes to it. They've been basically adding, like, they added Atlantis recently. So there's like a big Aquaman story and expansion and some other things. But like you can pay for it over time, you know, if you're gonna play this game a lot, or you can do the subscription model, which just gives you access to all of it, and then just like re-up your subscription when you're like, I'm gonna go play this for like a couple weeks. It's really up to you. I don't recommend just going in and like buying everything right away, because you might not even play it.
Like, stick with it, yeah.
Yeah, play all of the free stuff first, you know, and then once you have gotten through that, which will take quite a while, then be like, okay, I kind of want to play a Green Lantern, or I kind of want to do some of this other stuff and like do these story missions or these other raids. Then just go like one by one and buy them, or just, you know, get your subscription, whatever you want to do.
All right, so
Yes.
chat, I want to know, who's your favorite DC character?
I can tell you mine.
Yes, you as well.
My favorite character is Shazam, actually.
Oh,
and
snap.
This is pre-movie, like pre-Zachary. That my favorite character has always been Shazam. Oh, we can go back inside. Okay, good.
Nice.
And the reason is because I always kind of liked the idea that it's just like a kid in like a man's body, and it's sort of just this, like, you know, when you're a kid, you sort of feel powerless, and so like the power fantasy of being a superhero is super like cool. And also I just really love mythology, and there's a lot of that in Shazam and stuff, and so I just have always really like gravitated toward the character, and I was so happy when that movie was actually good. I was incredibly excited. Who's yours? Who's your favorite character?
My favorites, I guess I really have to think about it, because I'm also limited in the characters I actually know of, right? But I guess I would probably go with, I don't know. Maybe...
I take it you're more of a Marvel person?
I am more of a Marvel person. That's why I'm trying to think
Well,
about, like, who would I really
who's your
like.
favorite Marvel character?
Gamora.
Cool. Good answer.
I mean, I could like take the cop out and say Wonder Woman.
That's not a cop. You're allowed to like whoever you want to like. Don't let people be like, oh, that's lame. I don't like that. I like, I think this
I feel like when it comes to some of the like DC characters, there are things I like about them and then things I don't like. So when someone's like, pick a favorite, I'm like, who do I just like everything about?
It's definitely a different flavor, because DC is really weird. As someone who is really into the DC universe and tends to like it a lot more than Marvel, it is more like the characters are more like Greek gods. They're not really like normal people. Whereas in Marvel, it's just like it's just like, oh, someone got superpowers, but they're still in high school and they have to deal with all these problems. And I like that too, but I've always really gravitated towards the kind of like the myth of it all. I like that, you know, Superman is like larger than life, but still sort of grounded in a way. and just everything feels like very cosmic and weird, in a way that like Marvel also does, but I feel like DC just sort of does in its own really interesting way. But I also like that they have this multiverse that the Marvel comics don't really touch on much. Like in every single DC universe is like super weird and incredibly different from the other ones, and it's nice because then they get to make these really interesting comics that don't affect like the main continuity, because they can just be like, oh, it's Earth 48 or whatever.
Exactly.
They're like, don't worry about it, you know. And like, so then people get to like remix the characters, and people don't really get angry about it because like, oh, it's not the prime like universe. It's like, oh, Superman's a communist, like let's have fun doing this and stuff. So and I know Marvel has like What If, and they have, to my knowledge, they haven't done that in a while, but they do have the TV show coming in the next year or so. Oops, I didn't mean to backflip.
Yeah, like, I would say Batman, but honestly, I just really like all the Arkham games.
They're good.
They're really
They're
good.
good games, yeah.
So I'm like,
I like Batman a lot too.
You know? But I'm like, is he my favorite though? You know?
Yeah. As a kid, I probably would have said that. But as I got older, like, I still really like Batman, but I tend to gravitate more like fun, colorful things, and so I
right. How about Squirrel? Okay, Squirrel Girl. Right?
I've
she's
never
DC, right?
No, she's Marvel.
Oh, she's Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Bodied.
Yeah.
See, I can't even, like, reach for anybody.
Yeah.
I don't
I've never read a Squirrel Girl book, but I think I own one, weirdly.
Who was this? Or maybe it wasn't a squirrel, or was it like a hawk girl? I was trying to remember
Hawk
who was
Girl
in
is DC.
Injustice. Yeah, I was like, it was some sort of animal followed by girl.
Hawkman and Hawkgirl are DC characters.
Yeah, because like Hawkeye is Marvel, and Hawk Girl
they're
is
like
DC.
they're like Egyptian royalty that's cursed to be reincarnated, fall in love, and then the moment that they fall in love, they get murdered, and then they get reincarnated again.
A real curse.
Yes. So there have been many times in the DC continuity where they have, you know, expressed their love for each other, and only to be murdered like right after. So it's very sad, which is why
that is really sad.
If you ever watched, did you ever watch the Justice League cartoon?
No.
That was on Cartoon Network. So they did an interesting thing where like they kept that piece of lore, except Hawkgirl ended up falling in love with Green Lantern, and it became this weird like love triangle between them, like the three of them, because like they, in a past life, you know, they were together, but now like all of a sudden it's like that's not the thing, and so there's this whole like jealousy thing going on.
Oh man, that's even worse.
It's super good. Like that cartoon is incredibly good. All right, I'm trying to figure out.
They just want to like destroy everyone's hopes of love, or what?
Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting things. Like that's one of the things I love about comic books in general, is like they reinvent themselves like every so often, and like so you get all these really different interpretations of these characters that everyone loves, which I find really interesting. Okay, I'm not even sure what we're doing here. I'm just punching stuff. Okay, we need to
oh, we're recovering all of our
oh, I'm here.
All of
I'm
our
here
people
to save you, yeah.
Who got bodied.
Right. Good thing they're all like, you know, they all got beat up right next to each other, so we don't have to travel too far.
Exactly. What's up, Goob? Yes, I am back in the
Level 7
office
already. I feel like you level way faster.
Mugen, there hasn't been any news on crossplay with Switch. As of right now, everything is brand new and fresh start for everyone. And yeah, no, never watched Justice League Unlimited. I think when I was growing up and watching cartoons, it was like Rocco's Modern Life,
Oh my
and
God.
like
That was a good cartoon.
yeah, it was like, you know,
super
those
weird,
type of
but-
cartoons.
Yeah.
And less like comic-y. Like honestly, I didn't even see any of the really good like Marvel cartoons back then either. Like I only saw them now, like in current times, going back to watch them, but I had never seen those like as they were coming out, but they were also good. So I definitely have no doubt Justice League Unlimited was probably really good also.
Oh. Okay, so this must be some event that's going on right now. But
I definitely left my voice at Evo Goop. That is correct. Hopefully they'll send it back to me sometime this week.
Oh, we're going to a warehouse to protect some Joker shipment. So let's go do that.
Yeah.
This might be one of the, maybe the Joker will actually show up.
I know, right?
We'll
Instead
see.
of just yelling at us on the comm.
Hey there, niece. Protect my drugs or whatever we're doing. I don't remember what we're doing. X-Men was the best hero cartoon. I didn't watch a lot of X-Men because it was on Fox, I think. I mostly was a Cartoon Network kid through and through.
You know, one thing I did always appreciate from all of like the comic cartoons was that their intros were always godlike.
Yes.
The music was always on point.
The X-Men animated theme still is just amazing. Trying to think of the other one that always sticks in my head is the Batman animated series one. That one is just like probably one of the most iconic superhero things ever. Oh, Catwoman. Are we gonna fight Catwoman or I don't remember
Look at
if
her
she's a hero
sneaking
or
up
villain
on.
Maybe she's a villain. I don't remember. Okay, I guess she's a friend. It's hard to you know tell with Catwoman because she flips on a dime so often.
You the new gun in town? Shh, don't tell. But there's a little trinket in this warehouse.
Okay. But yeah, that's part of what I mean is like you'll just be doing missions and all of a sudden these like characters you really love will just like show up and they're like, hey, and sometimes you're like fighting them or sometimes they're helping you like Catwoman.
Almost forgot why I work alone.
Okay, I'm gonna have to open up all these dudes, I guess.
What was the name of that one? It was like a movie, but basically Batman was like shooting people, and I was like, whoa, because like that's not a thing. It was like a
animated or live.
It was animated.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, it was like.
I can't remember
What's it
either,
called?
but it was one of the animated ones, and it was the one where like it was Thomas Wayne, I think, and not Bruce Wayne, because Thomas Wayne famously uses guns, and it's like this other universe version of Batman. Where
Yeah,
he's just, like,
it was definitely
straight up
another
murders
universe.
people, yeah.
Another universe, and I don't. I forgot what it was called. It was like something paradox or something like that. I think that word is standing out to me. But I remember someone showed that to me, and I was like, man, this version of Batman though, he is serious.
Yeah, that's the one. Again, that's one of the things I love about the DC universe is they just do all these. They do these really wacky.
There you go,
things.
Flashpoint. Yeah.
Flashpoint. That's right.
Yep.
It's one of the ones I haven't seen. All right, let's open this. Oh, nope. Get that out of here. Oh, maybe I just punch it. Okay. I thought I had to like crack into it or something, but I guess I just punch saves open. Oh, okay. Jesus.
Dang.
All right.
And they only sent one guy.
I know. Oh,
That's
I
messed
just
up.
realized we got another ability. Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Like force field
Yeah.
or something. Noise. Yeah, Flashpoint Paradox. I remember someone showed that to me after me and a group of friends were having like this huge debate, like they always love to do, about all of the different heroes. And then randomly that one came up, and like half the group had seen it and half the group hadn't seen it. So we were like trying to explain to them or they were trying to explain to us that it was like not the actual reality, because our other friend was trying to be like, nah, this version is the best version. They're like, does that even count?
No, I like Batman without guns. I'm all about that. Although, in the Golden Age, Batman did use guns for a while.
Oh,
in the
dang.
30s. And he was just like murdering people left to right. And he's like, oh, whatever. And then like, you know, the mob started gaining all this stuff in like the 40s. Like they were becoming more of a like thing in the news. And there were all these parents that were like, you know, gun control became a big thing. And so then all of a sudden the editors at DC were like, maybe he shouldn't use guns anymore. Like, maybe he should probably be like a little bit more of a positive role model and stuff. So then they took the guns out like in an editor's note in this old, like Batman 16 or something, and he hasn't done it since, other than like the occasional little moments.
He's changed his ways.
Yeah. Y'all, he did. Okay, Jesse's right, because I've seen that panel, and he did hang a dude. Oh, Huntress. He did hang a dude from a helicopter. That's legit.
Dang.
Yeah.
You should see Justice League War. It's much better than Flashpoint. Hey, I'm always open to checking out new stuff, to be honest.
Yeah, the DC animated movies are very good. Some are better than others, obviously, but they're very enjoyable.
What was your opinion on the Justice League movie, the live action one?
I didn't see it. I have not been the biggest fan of that universe, but I have hope that they can turn it around. I think the Joker movie looks really good, even though it's not part of it. And then I flubbed the intro of the stream today, so we're joined by Josh today.
Hello. He's our DC extraordinaire today because he played this game, before it was on Switch.
Yeah.
PS3, PS4.
Yeah, back in the day.
So checking it out now, freshly on Switch. Someone earlier was like, "Isn't this game like a decade old?" Almost. It came out in 2011, so a few years short.
Okay, we just earned some new legs here.
Yeah. You see, here's something that I think maybe hinders certain brands, right? And I'm a good example. So I hadn't seen much of Justice League or like DC stuff really at all. And then, the movies start coming out. Justice League came out. I saw Justice League and I was like, this is horrible. I hated everything about it. And that was just judged off of the bare minimum of what I knew about the DC universe, right? Like, the Flash got shot. And in my mind, I was like, isn't he supposed to be, like, super fast? And, like, not ever, is that something that happens to the Flash? Like, he can't dodge a bullet. I don't know. And like I said, this is coming from from someone with minimal knowledge about the DC universe. So I was just like, I'm pretty sure the Flash is not supposed to get hit by no bullets.
I don't know. It adds drama, I guess.
Exactly.
And I'm not sure. Casper just said Scarecrow for some reason, but I just have to go off on the fact that Scarecrow is like one of my favorite villains of all time. I love him.
In the Arkham games, I did like the stages with Scarecrow. Those were really good.
I'm sure that the designers loved those stages too, because they got to get super wacky with everything.
I liked
all
those
the
a
flying
lot.
stuff.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I love Scarecrow. I can't really put a finger on it. I've always liked like Halloween kind of stuff, and he's very like creepy and weird and stuff. But yeah.
Someone in chat mentioned, what do you think about Robert Pattinson playing Batman? Is that still a thing? I heard that.
I think it's still happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard. I thought someone backed out. He backed out of it or something.
Everyone gives Robert Pattinson a hard time because he was in Twilight, and let me tell you, not only have I read every Twilight book, unfortunately, I watched the first movie, and it's not a good movie, and he's not good in it. He's actually a really good actor. Like he's been in other movies where he's very good actor. So like if he wants to be Batman, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with seeing that version of Batman. And if people don't like it, it's fine. There'll be other Batmans. There's been so many so far. There's gonna be more. It's not. I don't think it's that big a deal. But I'm interested to see like if that does happen, his take on it, because I actually do think he's a good actor despite being in Twilight. Yeah.
I mean, I was a teenage girl once, and I for a while was super into Twilight, and then I got older and I was like, man, this is such a negative like example for all of like our young girls out there. Like, you don't need no man, even if he's a fine vampire or or a crazy wolf boy, you know. But I don't know.
Yeah, I read them all because One of my friends was reading it, and she made me read it. And at first, I was like, "Yeah, this is good." And then by the time I got to the fourth one, I was like, "I'm done. I'm okay."
It got pretty wild.
It did.
It got pretty wild.
It got kind of insane.
When you start having vampire babies, that's how you know.
Yeah.
The story is getting wild.
I was like, "Oh my lord, this is getting weird." But yeah, Robert Pattinson. I think he could be good. I at first was like, "Oh man, I don't know about this Joker movie," you know. And then I saw the trailer, and I was like, "You know what? This looks real good." It looks really weird, and I'm all about weird. So I'm like, just get weird with it. Like, who cares? Just do it. It's gonna be cool.
Crime makes a good point. He says DC has some cool characters and stories, never used any of them in the movies. And yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Because both like DC and Marvel, they have like so many characters, but we really only see a few of them out in the actual movies and stuff like that.
Yeah. A character that I really like that I don't think ever really gets any time, like in movies and stuff. It might be different with the TV shows, is like the Question. Like, it's just this like faceless detective, and you can like mold it. Although it was a woman, I can't remember her name.
Oh,
like
cool.
After there was an event called like the 52 where he died, and then she took like his weird mold face and like put it on, and then she became the Question and stuff. And it was Renee Montoya. That was her name.
Nice.
And that was
For the
cool
win.
stuff. They never play with that. Like that would be really cool because the face can be molded. He could be like so many different actors like at the same time. It'd be kind of neat.
And the way our like special effects and CGI has been advancing.
Yeah. Deep fakes. Just deep fake the movie. Question. All right. I think I'm going to try one of these races.
Team Jacob or Team Edward, Josh? Where are you at?
I think I was Jacob back in the day. If I'm being honest. I don't quite remember, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I was Team Jacob too. Not gonna lie, because I
Yeah.
was salty. I was like, Edward just left.
Oh, here we go. It's so weird because I was in high school when I read those, so that would have been more than a decade ago. I graduated in 2008, and I think I read them in like 2007, so or around 2008, around then. So it's a long time. It's like a whole lifetime ago, basically, for me. I have no idea if we're doing well. Oh, I think we're doing okay.
You got this.
There we go.
Using our acrobatic skills.
Yeah, some of them get pretty hard.
Parkour.
Is Swamp Thing TV show supposed to be good? According to GameSpot.com, it's very good. I haven't watched it. There we go, gold medal. Oh, we could have gotten platinum though if I had done it 2 seconds faster.
2 seconds, 2.7
That's okay.
seconds.
That's okay.
Dang.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, you know what though? Another game that actually got me a little bit more familiar with DC characters was Injustice. The fighting game, yeah.
Yeah, I played that a bit, and it's cool because I like that they play with all of the multiverse stuff, and they let you just do all kinds of wacky just things in that game, like weird with costume, where it's like, it's Green Lantern, but he's blue. And you're like, okay, let's just have fun, you know? I like that kind of stuff. I missed what we were... Hurry to Cape Carmine. Okay, game, we'll go. Oh my god, it's really far. Oh, so we're in the botanical gardens, so there's all the spores around. Poison Ivy's
Poison
spores.
Ivy.
Yeah.
I forgot about her.
I remember...
I actually like her a lot.
Yeah, I remember there is, if you play Heroes, there is a boss fight where you go into some place on the edge of Gotham, and it's all overgrown with plants and stuff, and it's basically a dungeon. You fight all these plant monsters, and then you fight Poison Ivy at the very end, and
Cool.
then Batman shows up. It was really cool. So like the early missions, you're kind of like, okay, and then when you get to a certain point, you start like actually interacting with the Justice League and stuff. It gets really cool.
Wasn't it Uma Thurman who played Poison Ivy?
Uma Thurman was Poison Ivy.
She was great.
In Batman and Robin. Yes, that was the fourth one. Chattel, correct me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the fourth one.
Is she Naruto flying?
Of course. That's how you dodge all the bullets. I'm just trying to get us there as fast as possible. It's weird because I never play the acrobat. I always liked playing speed or flight. Let's see. We're halfway there. But yeah, the what I like about this game too is like just the city maps are whoop,
Whoa!
whoop, whoop.
Whoa!
We're freaking out.
That's something only a villain could do.
Yeah. Breakdance on a ceiling. The open world maps are huge. Like, pretty much. Let's see if we can go like up really high, but like you can go anywhere you see. Basically.
Oh snap! Someone messaged us. GameSpot forever. Yeah, you found us.
Ooh, I don't know what that is over there, but it looks neat.
Hey, Chris, don't hate. That movie was great. That movie was great for its time. All right.
Yeah.
Was that the same one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Was that it? Yeah, that movie was
like,
great for its time.
He's like, I used to see you. Yeah.
I need to go watch that movie now.
Yeah.
And then Robin and his wax lips. He was like,
oh yeah.
ha ha.
Oh my god, I forgot all about that. Yeah, he put wax on his lips so he wouldn't get poisoned or whatever. That's so funny. Oh man,
so good.
There was a good my favorite YouTuber is Patrick Willems. He does like a lot of superhero and movie analysis and stuff, and he did a video about like why we don't appreciate those movies enough. And it was actually, I was like, man, I kind of want to go watch them. They seem campy and fun. It's like let's try it out. I liked it as a kid. That movie came out as a kid, and I remember my dad like hated it, but I was like, yeah, Batman. It didn't matter to me.
I just remember feeling so bad for Arnold Schwarzenegger and his whole story. I was like, oh, poor guy.
Oh yeah, Mr. Freeze has a pretty tragic backstory that I suddenly can't remember, but it's something about his wife. That's all I remember.
Yeah. I don't know, some unfortunate circumstance. Yeah. So Chill says, Persia, is because of that movie we didn't see a Batman movie until 2008.
And then when we did, though, it was awesome.
So in the end, it was worth it.
Yeah. But that's one of the things that I kind of like about Batman is there are like so many different incarnations of him. Like there's the goofy Adam West Batman, which people seem to like have kind of come around on. Like I know that hardcore Batman fans back in the 60s hated it. And there was like a large contingent of people that didn't like it, but kids of that era really liked it. And now we're looking back on that, now that Adam West is dead, and we're kind of like, oh yeah, this was fun and dumb, but it was like enjoyable. And now like goofy Batman has sort of become like a little more accepted alongside dark, menacing, brooding Batman. And I like that you can have all these different interpretations of a character. That's so like beloved, and like these characters have been around almost 100 years, which is insane to think about. Like we are, let's see, 11 years probably from like almost like 100-year anniversary. I was at the Comic-Con where it was like the 80th anniversary of Superman or whatever, and it was nuts. And it's like trying to think about that, I'm like, when I was born, this was like still 60 years old or something, you know what I mean? And now it's like they've been with us for so long. His wife is dying of an incurable disease. That's right.
Yeah, and then it like blew up or something, right? He got stuck in there. I couldn't
remember if it was. Wait, take out strongman, deliver. Oh, you're the guy.
You're the
one
guy carrying
with the box. We gotta fight these box dudes. Okay.
The box.
Let's see. Now I'm just looking around for boxes. Okay, I'm gonna call shenanigans on Batman Ninja. I didn't like that movie, unfortunately. If you liked it, man, more power to you. I'm glad somebody liked it. And I was not a big fan of it.
Oh, there's another strong man. I see him.
Oh, there he is.
In a box.
Get back here. Well, I destroyed the box, but now he can't take it, so we got yet another power.
Oh, there he is.
Let's try this.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's like
some kind of beam.
A ray gun or something. Dang, he hit you with the box.
All right, let's I always try to retreat to the tall buildings because they can't get you up there. Here we go. All right. Finish that. Search for Bane's Venom distribution hub. Okay. Soda Cola. That is like the Coca-Cola of the DC universe. Soda. Batman does have the best villains. Batman has a large swath of villains.
Yeah, a lot of people hate him.
Now that we've actually, you know what? Now that we're playing a villain, and we've talked about our favorite heroes, who's your favorite? Not even just DC, but who's your favorite comic book villain, like in general?
My favorite villain, Magneto.
Magneto, that's a good pick. I like Magneto a lot. Oh wait, am I going the wrong way? I think I'm going the wrong way. Let's just punch down. Oh, I see. Over here. Steal Venom from Razors. Okay. We'll figure it out.
We're just gonna beat some people up.
Yeah.
It happens along the way.
Yeah. Trying to think of my... I mean, I do... Oh, we talked about Scarecrow. I love Scarecrow. I don't know that I have a favorite Marvel villain, but I like the really goofy things like Galactus. Just because I find the idea of just a planet-eating person just sort of silly and weird, and I kind of like when comic books are silly and weird.
And it's even more like hilarious that like Ghost Rider is like his demon, because he just wrapped the guilt chain around him.
Guilt chain. I've never read a Ghost Rider thing.
And then he just like, you know, feels guilty for all those planets he consumes.
Shadow the Hedgehog. I was a Shadow fan when I was a kid. Not gonna lie. I played a lot of Sonic Adventure 2.
It's like, I feel like whenever I think of Magneto, I always have to remind myself, oh, I guess he's technically a villain.
He is. But he's like a sympathetic villain,
Yeah.
you know? You're like, oh, I get it. Which I think are usually the best.
Right.
The best villains. The villains that are just evil because they want to be evil are not as interesting. Wait, I'm going to use a ray gun again. So I'm not sure what it... Okay. It's pretty strong, actually. In DC, probably Superman. Superman is a good choice. I know, like, there are a lot of people that don't necessarily like Superman. Darkseid is another great choice, Chris. I love Darkseid.
You're burning. What's
I know.
happening?
I'm trying to run away from these guys. I think a lot of people don't like Superman, but they haven't read the right Superman books yet. That's the way I look
You know,
at it.
that's usually how I feel about most comic-related things.
Mhm.
Like, there are a lot of different comics and different versions and different, you know, episodes or, like, you know, all of the above.
Right. I had a Superman comic in my head that I was going to recommend, and now I can't remember what it was. But I have another. My favorite, probably, DC comic ever made is Superman Red Sun. Have you heard of this?
No.
So, come with me on a journey, Chad.
You're gonna die!
Superman Red Sun. Oh my God. Drink some soda real quick.
Some soda
Yeah,
cola.
we'll hang out a sec. Superman Red Sun it's called an Elseworlds tale, which is like just an alternate Earth. So they just go kind of nuts with it. It's what if Superman landed 12 hours later than he did, which means that he didn't land in the United States. He landed in Soviet Russia.
Whoa.
And so he's basically like a communist superhero, and Lex Luthor is still born in America. So it has this whole like Cold War thing going on.
Interesting.
It is incredibly good, and it's pretty short too.
I love that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's incredibly good.
I
And I
love
think they're
that
making an
because-
animated movie of it too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love that because it's like such a simple concept as he just landed a little bit later and that's
Yeah.
it. And then it changes everything so drastically.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They even mention like, oh well, if he had landed like sooner, he would have been ours, and then he wouldn't have been a problem and stuff. Like it's they do all kinds of interesting stuff, and A lot of and other DC characters you might not expect actually show up in it too, which is really surprising. But yeah, it's a good book. You can probably get it pretty cheap now. It's older. It's modern, but it's like, I don't know, 10 years oldish maybe. But very good. Highly recommend. Chat.
Yeah, I'm curious. I definitely want to check it out.
Yeah. All right, I need to drink some soda in the middle of this battle real quick. All right. Come on. Okay, we earned oh, we got a couple things. Hang on. Oh, we get to pick a power now. Let's see. We are level 10, so we can pick literally any of these.
Nice.
Deflect incoming attacks. That's boring. Dazes enemies. Clown box. That actually sounds cool. Wrap yourself in a giant clown box. While you're inside, the box emits deadly nerve gas. Okay.
I like that.
We're
Yeah,
buying it.
I want to see that.
All right, let's go to Loadout, wherever that is.
That's very on brand for
I think it's inventory.
Jawa Joker here.
Hang on, we got gear too that I have not been
Ooh.
equipping.
Oh yeah, we gotta get strong.
I think that's it. This is a style. Collect that. Yeah, so some items are actual items, and then other items are styles that you unlock. So if we look at some of these, I'm sure we've unlocked some somewhere. I thought we had. I don't know why they're not showing up, but yeah, I do like that in this game you can just change like your appearance and stuff just like whenever you want. They're like, I don't care. I like that. I wish more games did that. But now I'm trying to find. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I'm
in
definitely a
Traits,
huge
Loadouts.
sucker
Here we
for
go.
character customization.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we got it slotted in. So it's.
Yeah,
Yes!
it's awesome.
That's pretty
so
neat.
cool.
All right, we're going to use that when there's like 50 dudes around us. I think I got to go this way. Here we go.
That was cool. These dogs are just minding their own business.
They're venomized. They're evil
It's those
now.
guys. It's the muscle you need to worry about.
Yeah. Oh,
Brian says, I've been looking for a Switch MMO, so I'm thinking about trying it.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? It's free.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose except
Exactly.
maybe some time. Like, just play it. Like, I like that Nintendo's getting a lot more open to like having free-to-play MMOs and stuff on here. It's like Warframe is another really good choice. It's an amazing game that I think more people should play. And this one too. I think it's a really good, really fun game. It's fun too when you have like friends to play with. I don't know what we're doing with this. Oh, we're carrying it out. Okay.
Converse says, this is the superhero game of my childhood-ish. Was a good game for the era, very underrated.
It is underrated. I agree. And now we're hanging out with Killer Croc fighting Venom supplier Diego. So a fun thing is if you play Heroes and your starting city is Gotham, we're going to box him.
Yeah.
Wow, that worked
Wow,
really well.
and it blew him away. That was good.
Yeah. Okay, we're not done. If you play Heroes and you start in Gotham and you do this mission, it's completely different. That you actually fight Killer Croc as the boss at the end, and you team up with Nightwing to like bust the Venom ring and stuff. it's pretty neat how they repurpose like their content and stuff. Let's see. Complete.
Replay value.
Yeah.
The Falcones have Killer Croc on their payroll. He hates This could get very interesting.
Try to. Oh, I have to talk to Killer Croc. Okay. I should probably just read the thing that says what I'm supposed to do.
Leave distribution center.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Got it. Will do.
Fine. I know when I'm not welcome here.
Yeah. I'm hoping that after that, can actually go see the Legion of Doom because I want to see it before we gotta wrap up here.
Yeah, we still got about 12
see.
minutes.
Yeah. Oops. So let's see. If we go to.
And you know, I'm like looking through the website for this game too. Everybody does look so cool.
Yeah, it has its
Who's
own
this?
art style. Who's that? I'm gonna guess that's someone's character. I
Oh.
have no idea.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm
But-
just looking on.
But to be fair, there are a ton of like there are so many characters just in like even in DC and Marvel and stuff that like even sometimes when you're reading modern comics, all of a sudden someone pulls up some character from like 1946 that had like 10 issues of something and they're just there and you're like, who? You have to go to Wikipedia. You're like, who is this person? It's like I had to do that with like Adam Strange once when I was reading like a comic. All of a sudden they're like, oh, it's Adam Strange. I'm like, who? And then I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, it's this DC character from like 1952 that was like popular for a hot minute and hasn't had a comic book in like decades. It's just here. What is that? Okay. Just fire.
Let's see.
Let's
This
see.
character looks like Raven.
I think that is Raven.
Oh, snap.
There's a mission that you do in the base.
Wait, are Teen Titans DC?
Mhm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Robin's in the
You know, actually, I think I did know that subconsciously because Starfire is an Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Okay.
There's a mission
Hey, connecting dots, guys.
that I remember where you break into some museum. It might be like the Metropolis Museum. And it's like Raven fighting her father, and then you have to like go inside Raven's mind and like fight these two like personalities of her like that are fighting. It's really cool.
That's kind of why I like always liked her in Teen Titans because she was like so emo all the time, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's me, and like teenage years.
Raven's great.
She's definitely one of my favorites. Well, now that I know this, I
Yeah.
can say I think Raven's my
Yeah.
favorite.
What's your opinion on Teen Titans Go? Have you ever watched it?
I have.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to like that when you watch like the original Teen Titans,
Sure.
right? But I watched in the theaters with my friends Teen Titans Go to the Movies, and that was actually really good. And at the end, they showed the clip. They showed like it was like after credit scene or so, and it was pretty cool. They showed like the original version.
Mhm.
They were like, hello, is this thing on? And I'm like, dang, they're so cool.
Yeah. I'd never watched it, and then I went to.
Yo, Dragon Wisdom, what
Oh.
up? And yeah, Raven, she's awesome.
I don't
I
remember
felt
if
like
I
I
can
related to
traverse on
her.
Oh, I
whenever
can just run on water. Oh
we're,
yeah.
We're holy
Yeah.
villains.
I think they because when you fly, you just fly over the water, and then when you can run so fast, obviously you run on top of the water, and I think they were just like, well, we don't want to make the acrobat people go around, so we'll just have them walk on the water. It's whatever.
Right, it's not fair.
They're like, whatever. It's comic books. Just, like hand wave. It's fine.
Yeah, didn't you know acrobats can walk on water?
Yeah.
That's why they have it at the Olympics.
Oh my god. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm not going anywhere near that. I'm just trying to go see the Legion of Doom. We'll see if we can find our father or our uncle or whoever it was.
Oh, yeah,
Joker.
Uncle Joker.
Yeah.
Where you
Oops.
at?
Whoa. Yeah, some things have definitely changed because I don't remember that. The Pillars of Hades. They must have added that around like some Wonder Woman thing that was going on or something. Almost there. Oh my god.
Christ says DC Jesus.
DC Jesus. Yeah, that's God actually does exist in the DC universe, sort of. Because Spectre is his agent. But I don't think we ever like see God. It's just like he's just like, I'm a vessel of God. And you're like, all right. And well, Marvel, yeah, there's Christianity in Marvel because it's in our world, and there's some heroes are Christians. They have like a whole there's like a whole arc about that at some point. Let's see.
Is this crossplay with other platforms? No, it is not.
Unfortunately,
It's its own being.
maybe in the future they'll add it. I just want everything to be crossplay forever.
Right? No more boundaries.
Oh wait, it's letting us go to other places. Let
Ooh,
me see.
Chinatown.
Trying to figure out how to go. We can go to, if we can't go to the Legion of Doom, we can at least try.
Oh snap!
and
God
go.
in the chat.
He's here.
He's there. He heard us talking about
Let's
him.
see. Why don't we let's go to Metropolis, since I can't figure out how to get to the Legion of Doom anymore. Yeah. Oh wait, is this outside? Yes, it is. Scarecrow, my boy.
Oh snap! Oh, he looks cool on that one too.
Yeah. They kind of did like a halfway between the Arkham one and the animated series one. Like, what if he looked like that Scarecrow, but he was more scary? Oh, okay.
Scarier Crow.
Yeah, scarier Crow. Here we go. We look so out of place.
I
but
know.
This is Metropolis, and it's a whole other world map with stuff to collect and
The
do.
sun is out.
Yeah, and the sun is out. I think I think Metropolis has a day-night cycle. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not totally sure, but I know that Gotham is usually always at night. So we got the Superman memorial statue because he died that one time. Whoa.
Whoa.
We got an achievement. We could have. I saw Crime Alley on the map. We could have gone there, but I think it's literally just like an alley, and you're like, oh, okay, so I guess this is where Batman's parents died. Like, Azrael. Is
I feel like they're
within-
obligated to put that alley in there.
Yeah, I mean,
And they got you.
yeah, they got it. It's
And they gotta let you know where it is too, so you
Yeah.
can go look at it.
There's also so many stories where like Batman's gone back to it, and it's just kind of like one of those iconic things. And like, I want to see if we can find the Daily Planet also.
I like how your mission's like, get out of this area.
Yeah.
You don't belong here. Go back to Gotham.
Yeah, they're like, hey, well, we can switch it because there are even let's see, yeah, so there's all these things like Area 51.
Area 51.
Area-
Uh-oh.
Well, Storm, that actually
Yes.
takes a long time. It's basically just this large group event thing where there's
Oh,
like
is it now?
30 people in there. Yeah,
This sounds...
they were doing it back in 2011.
Yeah, exactly. They were ahead of their time.
Yeah, they were there. They were there 8 years before the raid.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so there's an Area 51 thing here. I don't know where you know what? I guess we could just do. Let's look at the map. I bet it's on there. Points of interest. We can go around and find the 8th precinct. Can't go there. Okay, I don't know where it is, but whatever. We'll just climb things and see if we see it. But DC Universe Switch match, PS and Switch. If you're asking if it does crossplay, it doesn't. Hopefully in the future it'll have crossplay, because that would be nice. I have a high level character on PS4, and I want to play more of this, but I don't want to abandon my character at the same time. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's like crossplay to gaming is like what world peace is to like the world. It's like,
I know.
if only we could just get everybody on board to be
Yeah.
okay with this.
Oh God.
Whenever the
mistakes.
prompts come up, it
Yeah.
makes you fall.
Thankfully, there's no fall damage, so we'll be okay. But
Even the buildings in
Yeah.
Metropolis are dirty.
yeah,
Dirty buildings.
they never get washed.
I know, like that
Also,
would be a
these
one
don't
heck
look
of a
like
job.
windows. They look like steel. Come on. There we go. Just trying to see everything. So there's Brainiac ships going on over there. There's another race. Music from somewhere. And there's the I think that's the bridge to Gotham. I don't know if you can take that though.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. Because Gotham is across the water from Metropolis in the DC universe. But New York also still exists. Like there's just
Oh.
yeah. So like all the cities you know about exist. Like San Francisco's still a thing, but there's like 8 other cities that exist. There's like Coast City, Emerald City, Metropolis, Gotham. Those are the only ones I remember. Star City. I'm sure there's more. But
I always thought Gotham was like based on New York.
I think they're all sort of, because DC and Marvel were in New York. I think so
Right.
much of what New York was baked into them. But No, I think New York is actually still a city in the DC universe, but they just don't talk about it that much. It's it's this very weird thing that separates.
I mean, that could
Marvel
also
and
just
DC.
be my biasness to New York. Like every time I think big city, I'm just like, New York.
New York. I've lived here my whole life, so I always just think of San Francisco.
Chat says Gotham's in New Jersey.
Gotham City. Do you remember that song? Since you're a fan of Batman and Robin, do you remember the R. Kelly Gotham City song?
No.
Where he clearly had never like read a Batman comic ever. It's about how Gotham is just like the dopest place to live. It's like it's so awesome. There's no crime here.
Oh my gosh.
Gotham City. It's not a good song, but I recommend going and looking it up because it'll make you laugh. I thought Gotham was Chicago for some reason. It has a lot of those vibes. I think a lot of those vibes come from like Chicago just was always like a hotbed for like noir stories, and Batman has a lot of noir and like mob stuff to it. And
That makes
so I think
sense.
that parallel probably gets drawn more than people realize. Man.
Yeah, Kevin also in the chat is saying, yeah, Gotham is Chicago.
Yeah. So you can get pretty high up.
And honestly, still some pretty good detail. Like some games when you go to like high points like that,
Oh yeah.
stuff down at the bottom gets like muted out.
Yeah. Because this game's so old, they've been able to just like, they're like, oh, if we just keep the same aesthetic and stuff slowly but surely, you know, it'll just like the draw distance will get nuts. It's like you can see bullets and stuff flying
Right.
down there and all that.
Dang.
Yeah. They filmed Dark Knight. They did film Dark Knight in Chicago. I think a lot of city films get filmed there and then in Toronto, I think. It depends. And like sometimes they even do them in different, like they'll do different scenes in other cities and stuff. Yeah. Oh, there's a quest down here. We can do that. Let's just fall. Why not?
All right, this will be the
The final.
closing quest.
What up, minion of greed? Just hanging out. All right. Steal some of the medicines. Where are we?
You
stealing
got
these?
it.
You got it, minion of greed. You know what? Wait, maybe it's.
Those medicines, they're worth top dollar.
Yeah, top dollar. Let's see if we can. Oh my goodness.
Converted citizen. Tanky.
Here we go. Yeah, this is the stuff here. Steal medical supplies. Let's do it. Here we go.
Brian says, I always assume New York, but don't New Yorkers also refer to NY as Gotham? I feel like I've heard Hell's Kitchen more like that be like the, even though that's like one little specific area, I always hear that term when people are like talking about
Just New York in
New
general.
York in general. Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like I personally haven't heard people like reference New York as Gotham. Trying to think of other like little nicknames I've heard for New York, like Big Apple, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, personally, I haven't heard much in terms of it being referenced as Gotham. But I also assumed that it was. So
Right.
yeah, maybe there's some truth.
I don't know what they call SF. I always just hear people call it the city, or
right, San Fran.
you know, or San Fran, or that place with all the poop. Like,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's so true.
yeah. But I like, it doesn't have any nicknames. Like, it doesn't have the Big Apple or anything like that. Okay, I think we did it. So let's just go to the top of this building. And then we can wrap up, because I think, we're a little over.
Well, we'll get one.
oh God.
Wait, what? Are they shooting you?
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. One final view of the city, smoking and on fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that wraps it up for our stream today. We were just checking out a tiny little bit of DC Universe Online. It's now available on the Switch. It just came out on the Switch yesterday. So yeah, if you guys are interested, go ahead and give it a download because it's free and
Free.
it's on the Switch.
You have nothing to lose except time.
Exactly. And from the nifty FAQ section I was reading online, you don't need the Nintendo online subscription either. You could just go on and play.
Yes.
So check it out if you want. It is a hefty file size, but definitely worth a shot if you are on the fence about it. And tune in tomorrow. We will be back with more games, more action, and just have a good one in general. Peace out, y'all.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.